Very good morning to all of you here. First and foremost, I think there are a lot of people that we need to thank. It's not an easy task for us to actually come out and organize a competition like that. And therefore, firstly, I would really want to thank all those people that make it possible for us to organize our 7th Karatedo Union Singapore Championship today. All right, first and foremost, I would like to give a word of thanks to our guest of honor, Mr. James Lu, sir, which is the chairman of Tanjong Pagar CCMC. So, and at this juncture, I would like to also mention that this is our second time having this competition in Tanjong Pagar CC. So we are always very thankful for them to sponsor the venue at the same time, plus the food for our contestants. So we will look forward towards more collaboration and support between us, the KUS, and the Tanjong Pagar CCMC. Thank you, sir. Next, we would also like to give a word of thanks to the India Activity Executive Committee. That's the chairman, led by Mr. Gopal. Mr. Gopal, thank you, sir. Incidentally, Mr. Gopal is also our on-secretary of our KUS. And I heard he actually went through a lot of obstacles, a lot of challenges in helping us to organize this. So thank you, Mr. Gopal. Thanks a lot. And third, definitely, at this juncture, I would also like to give a word of thanks to our official equipment sponsor from KNG Marketing Private Limited, Mr. Wu Hua An. But today, unfortunately, he's not here, but he's represented by Ms. Chris Koh, the operations manager of KNG Marketing. Ms. Chris Koh, thank you. Thanks. Now, if you are to know, KNG Marketing actually sponsors all our medals today. They also subsidize our mats. And on top of that, the t-shirts for all our helper. And we're really thankful for their involvement. And on a later note, we will be signing an MOU to signify our collaboration. So thank you, Ms. Crisco, for your... And we would also like to give a word of thanks to the organizing committee. Now, they have actually went through a lot over the past 2 to 3 months in preparing, organizing, coordinating this tournament. All right, so please help me to give a round of applause to Mr. Sam Lin. Mr. Sam, where are you? No, he's always not around at this time because busy coordinating. Sam, where are you? Okay. The other person that we would like to thank is Jackie from Singapore Poly. Jackie, which is also right in front, one of our contestants. He actually went through a lot over Saturdays and Sundays, despite of your heavy schedules, to help us. And we would also like to thank Mr. Sunny, which is our head of our referee council. He has actually taken on the task of training our referees and our judges. Mr. Sunny, can we have you? Are you around? Sunny, yeah. Sunny, which is also a very senior member of our karate scene in Singapore itself. Thank you, Sunny, for all your Sundays in training our referee. Remember, without referee and judges, we will not be able to have this competition also, other than the contestants. Okay? And of course, all the students helper from Singapore Poly, thanks for being around. And you have always been a very strong supporter of our championship. So thank you to all the students helper from Singapore Poly. Thank you. At this time, I would also like to thank Mr. Vincent Ng from Wufang. Thank you, sir, for being around. Just in case you all wonder why, because we want to show, Vincent wants to show that, you know, despite our different martial art, we can always support each other. So that's why his presence here actually helped us to grace our event itself. So thank you, Mr. Vincent. And I would also like to give a word of thanks to Miss Jamie Yo, and of course your beautiful daughter, for hosting our event today. Despite our very last minute notice, Ms. Jamie. All right. Now, At this time, we are also pleased to announce that today's competition, we have all in all 102 participants in our event today. And to all the contestants itself and participants, I would like to take this opportunity to urge that you can, while you compete, you can always learn from each other. And for Karatedo Union Singapore itself, we are an association that comprises of 9 athletes. If you were to give me a bit of time, I'll just name the 9 athletes which are all here. They are from Doshinkan, where please give a round of applause. Gojuru Karatedo Association Singapore. Please raise your flag when I mention your name. Gojuru Karatedo Sewakai Singapore. Kenshinkai Karate Club. Shisekai. Shitorio Karate Association. Singapore Polytechnic Karate Club. Singapore Shotokan Karatedo Association. Zenshinren Karatedo Association Singapore. And I'm also pleased to announce at this juncture that we also have 2 other clubs that are not under our flags supporting our tournament and championship. Please help me to give a round of applause to JKA Singapore. And of course, last but not least, Ken Yukai. Thanks for participating in our tournament, and we'll certainly welcome you to all our future tournaments. Now, while we participate in our tournament itself, a lot of hard work has been put over the past few months. One of them which I would really want to highlight will be the KUS centralized training sessions, which was held twice monthly. This is actually to prepare all our contestants and our fighters to be ready for competitions and contests. Not just for this championship, but for the future championship that we intend to organize. So therefore, I would urge all Karatedos in Singapore itself to actively participate and to look out for all this centralized training. This is where you are able to see and exchange skills between different sectors of the karate fraternity. It is also in the interest of KUS that we will be looking for more competitions abroad. Now, moving forward, we would like to send our contestants, our fighters, referees and judges to more competitions around the region so that you are all exposed, at the same time excel in the international scene. And we are also pleased to announce that KUS will be organizing the KUS International Open Championship at the end of this year, which will be on the 20th of November 2016. To date, we have received very keen response from countries such as Malaysia, Indonesia, India, Thailand, Hong Kong, Philippines, and many more. And therefore, we would urge our contestants and participants today, including the winners and those that, even though if you don't win, but continue to train and excel in this area in preparing for the year-end tournament. Last but not least, I would like to end off my message with a note to all of you. Remember that we are all for the sports, for the benefit of the sports itself in Singapore. And therefore, united, we will be able to progress. All right, so I will look forward towards more participation, more involvement in our centralized training, including our referee training moving forward. All right, with that note, thank you.